welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Maddie and this is This Bookish Cottage, and we are doing my BookCore game today. I always love doing my BookCore game because it has definitely made me read books that I would not necessarily expect or necessarily pick up on my own if given the opportunity. And so I'm excited to see what this game board is going to bring us today. If you are interested in any more information about how this game works, I have several videos already explaining this, so make sure you go and click on the little card up top and listen/watch the playlist that is there. That way you can get all of the information about it. Now, this is going to be a busy month for me because I mean it's holidays for one, so we have that going on. But then, of course, I'm also hosting a readathon with my sweet friend Hannah from the Teachers TBR, and then several of our friends are our little leaders for our teams, and so I'm very excited for that. But that means that I definitely have some books already picked out for that. And then I also have my books that I'm reading with my YouTube members, and we have our buddy read and then also our book club read. And so those are on my list as well. So if I can make those fit into any of the, choices, prompts, whatever you want to call it, then I'm going to, because I have so many. And then I feel like all of a sudden, all of my holds from Libby just came in over the last couple of days, and I won't be able to get to them until November. And so they're going to now be November reads. So anywho, without further ado, let's go ahead and do our first roll. Starting off on a really great note, we got In the Mud Puddle, which is a punishment. So what that means is that I will have to pull up the punishment wheel on my phone, and it will select the punishment that I need, obviously. And oh gosh, I am not looking forward to this because, again, I already have a crazy month ahead. So let's go ahead. You see it here. I'll spin it. And I did bright colors, that way maybe it wouldn't hurt so bad whenever I look at it. My phone does not want to focus, does it? Come on. There it is. Start and finish a series. I'm like, oh my goodness, I am speechless. Why did this happen? Okay. I am going to have to see what series I have that I have not started and that I have either the complete series of or that I can find. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go and do that. So I decided I'm going to kind of cheat on this, and I'm going to actually just do a duology, which is still a series, but this way I don't have to add so many books to my list. But what I am going to do is I can't decide between these two different series. So I am going to put this up as a poll for my members, and they're going to choose which one of these I'm going to read. So I'm either going to read Dread Nation, which I have really been wanting to read, and it kind of fits, it fits better in October for sure because it's zombies and stuff, but I do really want to read this one. Or I'm going to read, which I don't own the first one of this, so I'll have to get that from the library, but I was gifted the second one, so it is going to be Divine Rivals. So I'm not sure which one, obviously, I'm going to read just yet, but I would be totally happy with either of these, and I can actually complete that series in one singular month. So let's go see what the next roll is. The next one that we landed on is purple, and I honestly do not know if we've ever landed on that, or if we have, it's been so sporadic that I just don't ever remember doing it. But that means that we are going to be picking a prompt from my prompt jar. This is prompts that were given to me from my members, and some of them are doozies for sure. And I'm interested, of course, to see what we're gonna get, because luckily I can leave it up to interpretation, but some of these are hard. So I'm trying to reach this like down in the bottom. I think I got like 4. Hold on. That looks like 1. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Can y'all see that? So choose an author whose first name is Rachel. So I have several prompts like this, and they are choose a name of one of my family members, and Rachel is my sister-in-law. And so I need to go and find a book whose author is Rachel. So let me do that.
Rachel Ray.
No, that doesn't count.
Hey, you hush.
You hush. Well, that took way longer than I was expecting, but I did finally come up with one, and that is The Enlightenment of Bees. I have been wanting to read this one because I just love the cover. It's simple, but it's a thing. I love stripes, especially yellow stripes. And so I am excited. I think it's gonna be a good one, hopefully. It's got really great reviews, and I think it'll just be fun. Oddly enough, we landed on another purple, which means that we are going to be using my prompt jar yet again. Hopefully this one will be a little easier to find than the last one, but I doubt it. I doubt it. That doesn't seem to ever be the case for me. And sorry if you can hear our dogs. They are out on their little porch on the back of the boat, and they just get loud. Okay. Let's see if that's... no, it's not really wanting to pick it up. Okay, a book with mountains on the cover. Huh. Let me look at my books for this month and see if one of these can fit into that prompt. That was yet another prompt that was way harder than I expected, but we are going to go with The Train to Impossible Places. I am in desperate desire, I guess, for a middle grade book, and while there isn't necessarily a ton of mountains, there is this little one right here, right there, and there's one over here too. Those are technically probably more like stalactites or stalagmites. I guess it depends on which way you look at the book, but I'm counting it, so this is the book that I'm going to be reading for that prompt. Okay, let's do our next roll, and let's see if we can get something a little easier for me to find. All right, so we landed on the pink, which means it is a mood read, and that is awesome because one of the books that I have picked out for my readathon, which if you don't know anything about, make sure you go and check that video out. It is the one with the hunters and the turkeys, and so you're gonna want to join that Discord, all that jazz. But I decided that one of the books that I really wanted to read for this readathon is Cress. I want to continue in the Lunar Chronicles series so badly, and she has just, I've had her sitting next to me for months and just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed further and further away. And so she's going to come front and center because I am so desperate to read this one, because Rapunzel is my favorite Disney princess, and I'm like shocked that it has taken me this long to finally get back into this series because it has been so good. I have absolutely loved every single second I have spent in the Lunar Chronicles, and so I'm excited to get back into it. Okay, let's do hopefully our very last roll and see what we can get. Somehow we got another purple. I don't know how this happens. It seems like every game that is like, that's what happens. It picks a color and that's the one that we're just gonna land on over and over and over again. So we're going to do yet another prompt and I'm going to hopefully find a book a whole lot easier this go around. So got my prompt jar, mixing them up as though they haven't already been mixed up twice. All right, I got one. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. It can't figure out where it wants to look. So choose an author whose first name is Mark. So Mark is my dad. And somehow, out of all those prompts, like I have tons of prompts in here. And somehow I got both of those. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let me see what I can find. Yet again, that took longer than I was expecting, mainly because I also had to then find the book. But I decided I am going to go old school with this. We're gonna do a classic, and that is Mark Twain's A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. I have wanted to read this for so long because I know that it's funny, but I do also know that it's a slow-paced book, which is not necessarily my cup of tea, but I'm fairly certain that I'm still going to enjoy this. I really do enjoy Mark Twain's writing style, and so this is like a really great chance to really get into it because it's such a big book. But this will definitely be on my list in a higher priority than what I was expecting, because I'm actually very excited to read it. Okay, so that is all that I had for my rolls, but let me tell you guys about some of the books that I'm going to be reading this month as well for some different things that are going on. One of the books that I'm going to be reading is actually going to be a twofer. I'm going to be reading the first book in a series, that way I can then also read the second book. I could not find a physical copy of the first one, which is why I'm only showing you guys the physical copy of the second book, but that is Misha Pupp's A Good Day to Pie, and this is the, what was it, A Pie Before Guys mystery. I'm obsessed with this cover. I love, it looks like retro. It's just cute. It's so cute. But I'm going to be reading this for my readathon, so that means that I need to have the first one listened to before we hit Thanksgiving. So I will be doing both of these books this month. I was also at the library and I could not resist picking up this book because I completely forgot that it existed, and it kind of made my heart a little sad that it took me this long to remember that. But that is Poisoned. So this is from the same author, Jennifer Donnelly. Yeah. And she wrote Stepsister, which I'm not sure if I've ever talked about on this channel because I read it for a video series I was doing, and then I ended up hating the video series, so I never actually produced it. But the first one, Stepsister, was about the wicked stepsister of Cinderella, and I loved that book. I did not expect to have as much fun with it and be as engrossed in her story as I was, and so I am so excited to read this one. Sorry about the glare, because I loved that one, and I know that it's going to be just as good, and I've actually heard that this one's even better. So this is going to be on that list. Another one that I will be reading is the Hawthorne Legacy. My hold finally came in for this, and so that is why it is on our list for November, because even though I technically started at the very end of October, I'm going to be reading the bulk of this at the beginning of November. And then the next one is one that the only reason I'm reading it is because I had got it in my Illumicrate box a couple months ago, and that is To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods. I had put, whenever I got this a couple months ago, I put a hold on the audiobook, and that just came in as well. And so we're going to be getting to this, which I'm excited. It's the first time I've ever read one that has like gorgeous sprayed edges, and then also, you know, just all the designs, and it's just a really pretty, it's just a pretty book. And so I am excited to read this one. I don't really know much about it, and I definitely don't know much about the author, but I'm excited to read it anyways. And then for my YouTube membership book club, we're going to be reading Daughter of the Pirate King. I have been wanting to read these so bad, and I am so excited to finally get to this point. I just think it's going to be a fun break from the things that we've been reading in our group, and so I'm very excited for this one. And then our buddy read is Everybody This Christmas Has a Secret. I think I got that right. I don't have it right in front of me, so I can't fully remember, but it is by Benjamin Stevenson, who wrote Everyone in My Family Has Killed Somebody and Everyone on This Train is a Suspect, which I absolutely love that series. It is one of my all-time favorites, and so I can't wait to get to this little novella, and it is going to definitely be one that is going to help get me into the Christmas spirit, which you guys can probably expect a lot of Christmas books to start coming y'all's way, because I'm already wanting to decorate for it, and it's literally becoming the end of October. So anyways, well, that is all the books that I can think of. I know that there's more, and I just don't have them at the top of my head, but those are the ones that I will definitely be reading this month. And so let me know down below if you're going to be reading any of these ones alongside me. Let me know what you are reading if you're not reading any of these ones. What's your most excited and anticipated read for the month? I just want to know what you're doing. I'm just curious. So until next time, thank you guys so much for being here, and please make sure that you go like, comment, and subscribe, because it means so much to me, and it's a very, very, very big help for my channel. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.